Jeffrey Epstein died in custody. Was never tried in the federal court in New York. But guess who was? Ghislaine Maxwell. These two, very cozy. Take a look. We've seen these pictures of them. Yes, I'm going to show them to you again. There's Jeffrey and Ghislaine Maxwell. And we know that Maxwell was convicted. 5 or 6 counts. Jury believed it. Couldn't separate the two. I mean, how can you separate two people that do this? I mean, they are linked forever. But now oh my goodness, a motion that has been filed by the defense and the prosecution acknowledging some of this. It has come to the attention of the defense that one of the 12 jurors in the case has been giving oral and videotaped interviews to various members of the press concerning the jury deliberations. These interviews have been publicly reported in several media outlets. Among other things, the juror told reporters that he disclosed to the other members of the jury during deliberations that he was a victim of sexual abuse and further described his memory of those events. According to the juror, his disclosure influenced the deliberations and convinced other members of the jury to convict Ms. Maxwell. This presents incontrovertible grounds for a new trial under the old Rule 33. Bernarda Villalona, what's going on here? Is this conviction getting tossed?
No, I don't see it getting tossed. Based on the little information that we know right now, I don't think it's sufficient enough to get it tossed. Remember that courthouses, they want finality when it comes to verdicts. What they will have to show through this juror that he actually deliberately and intentionally lied when he was being questioned and also on that questionnaire to try to get on the jury. But unless they show that, it's going to be very difficult for that conviction to be overturned. For example, in New York, during the trial of Peter Liang, who killed an unarmed African-American male in one of the projects in Brooklyn, it was disclosed later on that one of the jurors had a family member who was actually killed, and that verdict was not overturned. Also, when it comes to the questioning of this juror, the judge is going to tread very lightly in what she questions him on because they do not want to destroy the sanctity of jury deliberation.
Brian, what do you think is going to happen here?
It's a tough one. The question is what was asked on her?
I always ask tough questions, Brian. When are you going to learn? Every question's a tough one.
I know. I only know how to answer the tough ones, but the question's going to be is what did he say on voir dire? Did he mislead? Did he lie? Or did he just not disclose? I mean, he doesn't, most jurors, unless specifically asked, you don't have to disclose something like being the victim of a previous sexual assault unless you're asked. Of course, this was a sexual abuse case, and I'm not clear on what that juror was specifically asked, but if he lied and then could reveal that he was in fact, a victim of sexual abuse, yes, that verdict could get tossed based on that because, that the defendant, Ms. Maxwell, has the right to have a fair trial. And so we're talking about her rights now, not the victim's rights. We're talking about did she get a fair trial, not when you have jurors lying to get on a jury panel. Clearly, the evidence is going to be that he lied because he wanted to do a book or talk to the media or do something like that. And that's going to be a very compelling argument.